Now, as I mentioned before the break, the South African National Blood Service is running out of blood. The organisation says it is less than 3 days' supply left. With the Easter weekend coming up, it's appealing to the public to please donate blood and to save lives. Joining us now, we've got SANBS brand ambassador Christopher Japhfta in studio to talk a little bit more about this. Good to see you again, Chris. Thanks for coming in.
Likewise. Thanks for having us.
I mean, I know that you've been an ambassador for a while, but this is crunch time now.
Right.
This weekend is a massive weekend, and unfortunately, there's so many accidents. 3 days of blood is not a lot of blood.
It's not a lot of blood indeed. I mean, first of all, for the mere fact that less than 1% of South Africans donate blood is a problem.
Yeah.
We need to get more people on board, more people saving lives, because every time you sit down, you save up to 3 lives. We've got a shortage of blood, mainly in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah.
Only 1.5 days. And then countrywide, 2.5 days. So it has increased slightly countrywide, but that is not enough. It is absolutely critical. I think the main reasons are because we have school holidays and we rely heavily on schools for the donations of blood. So now everybody's in school holidays and the stocks are really low. So we need to get people on board ASAP.
Okay, so this is a big call and a shout out to anybody to go out. I mean, less than 1% of the population donate blood.
Yeah.
That's frightening. I mean, when you look at, now I'm going to ask you technical questions, and I don't know if you know the answers to them. But
I'll try my best.
Perhaps we can investigate it. I mean, when you look at the rest of the world, are we particularly low when it comes to donating blood, or is it a trend?
We are particularly low. I don't know what the exact stats in the rest of the world is, but it's much higher than less than 1%.
Sure.
I mean, you know what, it doesn't take anything for you to go and donate. I mean, it just takes a little bit of petrol money or you to find the nearest blood bank, which you can find on sanbs.org.za, and see which one is nearest to you. The nurses are friendly, you get snacks and drinks. You must eat before you donate blood.
Yeah.
You go there, you sit down, and you literally save 3 lives. That's like a tangible difference that you're making with your own body.
Yeah, which is a big deal, because I don't think you realize until you're in that situation.
Exactly.
What it is like when your life is on the line.
Exactly.
You are desperate for that blood, and you're a family member watching on, and there's nothing you can do.
Exactly, and we don't want it to get to that where we go, okay, you know what, we want something very extreme to happen to us before we realize the importance of donating blood. It is so important, and the main people or the most people who are affected by or who need blood are pregnant mothers and infants. So accidents isn't even that high, and we have a lot of births. We have a lot of pregnant mothers out there. So that's who we need the blood for most of the times. And you don't want it to be a family member or relative, God forbid, but you want to know that you've been doing your part, and if ever something like that had to happen, there'll be no regrets.
So tell me, I know that there are certain people that are unable to donate blood.
Sure.
And it's important to get that message out, because besides those people, everyone else should go. So what are the people that are sort of urged, look, thanks for wanting to, but rather don't?
Well, if you're anemic, it's very hard to donate blood, but I do know that you can do other things like platelets and plasma, because they pump the blood back into you. After that, they only use your platelets and plasma. However, if you are under the age of 16, you can't donate blood, and you have to be heavier than 50 kilograms, obviously for health and safety reasons. And if you're going to be donating blood, you can only donate, I think it's roughly once every 2.5 months or so. So that's up to a maximum of 6 times a year. But if you're scared of needles, that's a good thing for you to get over fear, you know what I mean? If it's just that, like you're really scared of needles or whatever, try and get over it. But we understand. We understand if it's something really hectic. However, if you just put yourself past that, you know that you're doing this for a good cause, and you're literally saving 3 lives every time you sit down and donate. Yeah,
which is a big thing. How often do you donate?
I'm a 26-time blood donor, so part of the reason why I became a blood ambassador is it was a no-brainer.
You did it before you became an ambassador?
Exactly. I did it before, and we approached them. My mom got me in touch with them. I mean, I followed my dad's example. Everyone in the family donates blood because my dad set that example. It was like, you know what, guys, don't be selfish. And it wasn't like we were being selfish, but he just told us the reasons for it, and we were going, okay, why did we wait so long? You know what I mean? And that's why I got into blood donations. We approached the blood bank, a no-brainer, like I said, and that's part of the reason why I'm a blood ambassador, just because it's something that is a part of my lifestyle and that I'm passionate about.
Yeah, you grew up in the environment, your family did it all the time, and it's something that I mean, what about the youth? Because the youth is obviously, young, they can go out, they can do it, and that's obviously who you're also trying to appeal to.
We're trying to appeal to the ages of 16 to 25 years old, not excluding anyone, because we are the future. We need the youth to get out there. We need it to become a part of their lifestyle. Not just something that you're going to do once because you have an emotional reaction to it, but it's something that you go, okay, cool, I need to live a disciplined life. I need to be careful what I do in my sexual practices. You need to live a healthy life so that you're able to donate blood.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I mean, I think it's great. Get out there. As Chris said, visit the website and you can find an office that's very, very close to you, and you'll be able to donate and save 3 lives with just that one donation that you do make. Chris, I've got to ask you before you go, how are things going? I was chatting to you a bit earlier at the beginning of this year. I saw you in West Side Story. What a production. That was absolutely amazing. Are you working on any other productions coming up?
First of all, thank you very much for the compliment.
Yeah, pleasure.
The show got great reviews. We had a good time, but I think it was good for it to come to an end just because it was so physical for me. I am an athlete, and if you saw some of the moves that we were doing as a cast in there, you can only do it for so long before your body starts falling apart. So I've healed nicely. I'm ready for round 2. It'll probably happen in 2018 next year again.
Okay.
But this year I'm trying to take a little bit of a break from theatre. Also, Top Billings really wanted me to do a lot more traveling.
Yes.
And I want to focus on film. So any of you filmmakers out there, watch this space. I'm your man.
You're the guy. You're the guy for the job.
Be flexible for it, exactly.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, listen, the best of luck. I hope it all goes well for you.
Thank you.
And keep up this wonderful work, because we need voices like yours to try and drive this campaign. It's a big campaign. And as we've been saying, there's very little supply left. In fact, what I'm reading here is that we're sitting at only 2.7 days.
Yeah.
That's exceptionally low. It's really low.
That is too low. That is too low. I mean, like we said earlier, you know what, God forbid something happens to one of our close ones.
Yeah.
You want to know that you have been trying to make that difference. You don't want to try and be there when it's critical.
Yeah.
Because you may not be able to do anything about it. So why not do something about it now?
Absolutely.
Sit down, save lives. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to do anything that's going to cost you. All it costs you is to go onto the website, sanbs.org.za, find your closest branch, go there, sit down.
Blood.
One donation saves up to 3 lives. Isn't that amazing?
It is. It's incredible.
Amazing.
All right, keep that in your mind for today as you think to do something great over this particular beautiful season, the Easter season here in South Africa. All right, we say goodbye.